we go. Yeah, let's take that tweet off. It ain't about Earl right now. Ain't about Earl right now. But yo, a lot of y'all, in light of my recent film study, right? Y'all think I don't like Matias because he's not elite. Uh, I mean, elite. I mean, potential to be an all-time great. You don't show the skill. Not, like, not that I don't like him, and it's not that I don't think he could beat the entire 140 division. I think he got the shot at it. I think he could maybe do a lot of those things that he did to Ergashev, to the top guys at 140, Devin and T.O. But I don't know that it'll go that easily for him because those are definitely elite guys, and the elite guys at 140, I should say. Both of those guys are definitely potential to be all-time greats. Matias, not, and this is not because of clout. This is not because of name or status or anything. Matias is not showing the skill set um, to be an all-time great yet. I think his skill set mainly is going to get him too much punishment. Even Miguel Cotto moved his head, right? So I'm a hard critic because I gave him a B. I gave a lot of his skill set a C. But the reason why I gave him a B is because hey, can you stop that? Stop. The reason why I gave him a B is because of the intangibles, right? Same reason why I would have ranked Earl higher than I actually rated his skill set, right? Uh, on each person's skill set, I'm grading it against the all-time greats and the skill sets of the all-time greats, right? So if I'm comparing your footwork, I'm comparing your footwork to the all-time great inside fighters, right? Y'all seen the little Marvin Hagler clip, right? So that's the comparison to skill set, right? But when I compare you as an overall fighter, I implement intangible things like willpower, like determination and stuff like that. That gets put in there. Heart, that dog. You can't grade that stuff. It's either in you or it ain't. So when you grade a complete, well, when I grade a complete fighter, yeah, I grade his skill set combined with his intangibles. So when I put the report card up there, that was the report card of his skill set. When I look at his raw skill set and talent, that's what I see. But when I look at the complete fighter, I see a B fighter, a pretty good fighter. I don't see a fighter that has the potential to be an all-time great. He hasn't shown me that. Not that he can't, but he hasn't shown me that. Now he go up against elite competition. That's when you get to see things. See, when you fight lower competition, it brings out. It don't bring out much. Like let's say, for instance, 15-year-old fighting a 10-year-old. It ain't gonna bring much out that 15-year-old. But you put a 15-year-old against another 15-year-old, you put a 15-year-old against a 17-year-old, and it's not all blanket statements. You know, y'all could pick through this if y'all want and say, oh, it could be a slow 12-year-old. But all things equal, you put that 15-year-old against another 15-year-old or 17-year-old, he's gonna show you more than what he had to show you against a 10-year-old. So all that applies in boxing too as well because there's levels to all this, right? And it's just something called a career. It's something called work. I mean, he could do better each and every day, and he get better throughout his career. You know what I mean? I'm just capping him off as a pretty good fighter for the rest of his career. He could turn to an elite fighter, but right now he has not shown me the skill set to be an elite fighter. And to be on that elite level, it takes some things, yo. It takes more than just willpower and determination and power, even. You know what I'm saying? So I don't dislike Subriel. I don't even like Tio or Devin more than him. in a fight head to head, I might have a pick, but I don't like any of these dudes more than any of the other person. I'm not like y'all in that aspect, right? So when I critique a person, y'all thinking about it how y'all critique a person, right? Like when y'all argue with a man online, y'all go to his picture and y'all start telling him he ugly. Y'all don't critique people like that. That's weird, right? I critique fighters in their element and how they should be critiqued and up against who they should be critiqued up against, right? They need some comparisons. So me pointing out the glaring flaws in Subriel Matias was nothing more than when I dropped this tweet years ago, and I was just pointing out the glaring flaws in Earl Spence game. It's one and the same. It's not that I don't think he could be on that level, but he wasn't showing me the potential. Like Earl was showing me he was gonna have a short career back then. That's what like his moves. Cause this tweet go on longer than this. Cause I talked about his drinking and him getting high and all that stuff. This is like a series of tweets. But when you talk about a long career, it take for you to complete a long career to even be considered an all time great. If you have too short of a career, unless something happened to you, like tragically, where you got took out the game or something like that, then people can't even really consider you as an all-time great. So for Subriel to get to that, I think you got to tighten up some of these holes. Where as the competition get harder and harder and harder, you're gonna get punished eventually. Now look at it like this. Ask yourselves this: if y'all think he is elite, who y'all think it could be or give good competition to at 147? Minus the stand owners and all that, and he might give him smoke. But who elite fighter you could put him in the next weight class up, and you could visualize a good mix. You could visualize a good rumble. You could think he could hold his own as long as he take his time and grow into that weight class. You think he could hold his own. Nobody has been speaking about even Subriel, who is a big 140, going up to 47. Y'all don't think he elite. Y'all super hyped out and weirded because he killed somebody. And even let's get into that. 'Cause I'm gonna go down the list of the responses I got on my last video because this is where all this stemming from. Y'all think I don't like him because of the film study I did on him. But one of the responses was, "Oh, he put a body, blah blah blah." Yo, Buddy McGirt came out and said the dude might have had underlying issues that he didn't mention to Buddy McGirt. There's a couple things that went wrong in that fight. He ain't received the proper aid that he should have after the fight. And the fight probably should have been stopped early. You know what I'm saying? So just him being a big puncher alone probably wasn't the issue. You can be a big puncher, but nobody's supposed to die. That's an issue with the doctors. That's an issue with the trainers. That's an issue with the after treatment that he got. They ain't have nothing. I ain't gonna say it had nothing to do, but it wasn't how boxing is set up. It wasn't supposed to have nothing to do with him being a big puncher. You ain't supposed to be a big puncher and you kill somebody. Man. So if he died, then somebody else did something wrong, not just because Subriel was a puncher. Okay, that could happen to a lot of other fighters if they go along and do those things, the same things wrong, right? It happened to a fighter in a coma right now because he got punched in the head repeatedly. When things go wrong, then somebody can die. Then somebody can put in a coma. But not just because you punching like that. They'll stop the fight before you get hurt. That's what they're supposed to do anyway. So don't bring that up, all right? But I want to respond to some of these tweets. But the reason why I put this tweet about Earl, and this was before the car crash too. Check the dates. It's before the car crash, and the only reason why I even bring this up is because I'm a critique. I'm a hard critique. I'm comparing you against the other all-time greats when I give you a grade. I ain't comparing you against who left of you or who right of you. I'm comparing you against everybody who was here last year, who was here 10 years ago, who was here 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. You're getting that same comparison. So look at everybody who ever boxed and tell me Subriel is elite. You know, I don't whatever, yo. Whatever. But let's go through some of these responses. So, Boxing Scholar. Shout out to Boxing Scholar. He said, bruh, with the eyes. Shout out to Boxing Scholar. Good shit. Appreciate it, Boxing Scholar. All right. I don't want to get back into back and forth. T.O. Haney, the biggest. I'm not caping for them, bro. I don't like none of these dudes on the screen more than the other. And somebody brought up Rolly. I ain't even bring up Rolly in a film study if you watch the whole film study. Rolly got attention. Rolly is a clickbait face on this whole thing. He hasn't been mentioned the entire time, right? All right. Please don't dodge punches. Moving his head, he blocked him with his gloves and his arm. His getting hit percentage has been 18 to 22%, so he doesn't get hit like that, like people think. All right. At the top level, you can't block every punch. Simply put, you cannot block every punch. See, Boo Boo just got his ass knocked out during Thanksgiving trying to block every punch. You have to keep moving your head. Simple as that. You cannot block it. Nobody can blocking every punch. All right. That's what I'm looking at the first two rounds, which are which 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 WITCH. These the people that become common. He is elite. All right. If you think he elite, GM, explain. I could drop the link if you want to come up and explain, or you could just explain in the comments. But explain why he's elite and who, in comparison, is he elite to. You feel what I'm saying? Not that he can't get there, but come on, man. For the 140s, all the elite 140 pounders ever, he goes in that category. He's there already. That's what you're telling me. All the elite 140s ever. He goes there. I don't quite think so. I don't quite think so, but you go ahead, explain yourself, bro. I'm gonna give you the free range to explain yourself. You could tweet it. I mean, not you could tweet it. You could type it, or if you want, I'll drop the link. You come up. But into these comments, looking at the first two rounds, which are studying rounds, is a fool's opinion. All right, so first two rounds, a lot of times can be. And watch this slurs, man. Y'all talking to a grown man, bro. If you wouldn't say this to my face, or forget even me, if you wouldn't just talk to another person like this, another grown man like this, like keep that same, like however you will approach a random grown man, that's how you should approach people in their comments. People really smack the shit out you, bro. If anybody walked up, oh, that's a fool's opinion. You get the shit smacked out of you, bro. I probably, like, if you got ball spot and smack your back of your hair, I'll smack you right in that ball spot, bro. Don't play me like that. But just be respectful. Look at the first two rounds, which are studying rounds. All right, bro. Are those the only rounds that I looked at? Or did I look at, you don't have the skills or the resume, so it's a tough argument? I get it. Exactly. So, bro, stop saying the elite then. What are y'all talking? Like, when we categorize an elite fighter, he don't meet the requirements. So if he don't meet the requirements, he's not an elite fighter yet. And I'm keep saying yet. I ain't saying he can't be. He's not though. But dog, did I only look at two rounds of one fight, or did I look at multiple fights? Did I make a concise 10-minute film study, or did I do like one of my long ones where I made a 3-video film study? You tell me what I did, and then you wrap your brain around that. But I believe I used more than 2 rounds, and I used multiple fights. And I was just pointing out that he don't have like the elite skill set right now. Like that was my only point of the film study, bro. No one has a pressure fighter like him. No one has fought. That's what he's trying to say. No one has fought a pressure fighter like him. Low as Loma be hanging. All right, we ain't getting into that. All right, you being weird. What a lead. All right, bro. Don't come back then. But I see him beating everybody on Haney's resume. I mean, bro, that's not my argument. I don't get into those arguments. I don't care, bro. Like that's with all due respect to you, bro. But I don't care about that argument. I get why y'all have them, but I don't have those arguments, bro. I don't care about resume comparison and all that. I'm looking at skill set to skill set, and I do see Subriel. Don't he until he faces those people, we can't just throw him up there. The only other alternative I would have to just go on box rec and just read names and compare names back and forth. But I'm not doing that. You have to face somebody. I have to see the skill set. Then I can say, other than that, I'm not gonna say, oh, he could possibly do this because he did that and he did. No, bro, that's weird. That's a weird way to approach this. Yes, I'm gonna show you more than anything, bro. Hey, elite fans, go for Matias Bell. He's a B class. He's a class B. Very easy to beat. When is a pretty good fighter very easy to beat? It's just the fanboy talk I'm talking about. When is a pretty good fighter ever very easy to beat? You feel what I'm saying? Y'all on some fanboy stuff, bro. Nobody said he was ever very easy to beat. Jojo Diaz hurt Haney. All right, bro, whatever. I don't like the back and forth. Gen A. I could give you that because I gave durability a B. A and B ain't that far off. But I can't give him an A until he faces elite competition and take an elite punch, right? I can't just grant somebody something that's not like, come on. All right, A. I seen him. All right, so in a fight, you can gauge a fighter's heart. It's just about with just almost anybody, as long as the other person got heart. So we could say he got an A heart. I give him that because he makes everybody fight his fight because of that body work. He takes their legs away. Yeah, that's the style of fight he wants. He want to keep closing the distance and then make you fight an inside fight. Make you fight how you don't normally fight. You want to move, you want to move, you want to move. He gonna make you keep moving around the ring until your legs do go out. But ask yourself, outside of Tio has gas before, so he fucked himself up in his argument. But have you ever seen Devin gas? You've never seen Devin gas, right? We never have, right? No, I don't think so. But we have seen Matias get a jab put in his face for a little while, right? And we know Devin could jab real good, right? So that'd be an interesting style, right? But right now we've seen Devin face elite competition and beat them, right? So we can't just say Matias can beat Devin, and he hasn't faced nobody elite yet. Like these guys, the two guys, Devin and Tio, wouldn't even have faced the last two dudes that Matias fought. And we got to put things in its proper perspective. That's all I'm saying. I like Matias. I don't think he's a bum. Gave him a B. He's a pretty good fighter. He can be elite when he fight an elite fighter. He beat them up, and he can be elite fighter. But right now, looking at the film, looking at his resume, he don't show the skill set and the resume to be an elite fighter. More comments. Stamina A. Now, yes, he does have a crazy stamina. I think it's something peculiar about that, but that's I don't get into that unless somebody say he's a wild card because if we're being honest, he's a brain dead fighter. You think Matias a brain dead fighter? But he makes everybody fight his fight. Yeah, I read that one out. You haven't seen him gas, but who has given him the body work like the pause to make him gas? Yeah, but that's assuming he can catch up to him too as well, though. Like we know Matias got bad feet, and we know Devin got good feet. When those two matchups meet, like, it's never normally like real good. Yeah. I get what you're saying. He the brain dead. He the most touched. Yeah. I give you that. As far as IQ, there ain't a lot up there. He just come forward Terminator style dude. You know what I'm saying? And I think that has its limits. That's my whole pretense. That come forward Terminator style without head move. Even better be move his head. Even Canelo moves his head. That without the head movement, without getting your footwork together, it has its limits. It has its limit. And I even think he can cut the ring off pretty good. But that come forward style. Hey, I'm gonna separate y'all. It come for a style with little to no head movement and bad footwork. I ain't gonna say bad because I give him a C. With average footwork has its limitations. And can't nobody on here come here and argue me and say as it don't. Because that's what it is. Show me a fighter with little to no head movement. Just come forward, square pressure fighter with average feet that meets that met that reached the elite level. Benavidez might be the only one, and I say the only get around that is to be a weight bully, and he is a weight bully. If you fighting smaller guys, you might be able to get around that, right? But history has shown us nobody can get around that. Like I said, in recent history, Benavidez did, but we know he really a 75 pounder. Give Tito the edge, but see Matias going, giving Devin enough trouble to get him out of here. I don't see Devin lasting. Now, if you watch my film study, I don't know if you did, right? If you watch my film study, I said Devin's power is in question, right? So if Devin can't keep him up off him, yeah, he got trouble. He got trouble. He got trouble. Devin had to prove to us that his power is enough to keep Matias up off him. Now, it's that quick stinging power, the power that you don't really see, and those really stumble you. They put you down. They, you know what I'm saying, flash punch you up real good. But if he don't have the power in the later rounds to keep Matias off of him, yeah, that would be an issue. Yeah, but I think Tio got the power. I think Tio got the explosiveness too. Tio got better feet too. So if Tio catch him in a bad position, Tio gonna drop him. He's gonna drop him. I don't know if he stop him or really hurt him bad, but Tio will drop him if he catch him in a bad position, just because of how explosive he is and the punching power he got. Tio explode on a dime. He like the second most explosive to Tank. Being real. I give you that. 'Cause Erg cracked. Erg got cracked. Erg got cracked. He just couldn't keep it up. Like if Erg had Dev's conditioning, Erg would have made sure work of him for real. He just had to keep it up for probably like 10 rounds. I don't think Matias would have lasted 10 rounds of that punishment. Erg was punishing him early on. But Erg ain't had a gas, Erg ain't had a heart. Erg quit for real, for real. Matias is a dog. Matias is a dog. Those are the intangibles that you can't rank on a report card. I rank the skill set. I don't know why y'all so upset at that. I rank the skill set. The intangibles is the reason why you gotta be. The willpower, the dog in him. You feel what I'm saying? Funny so-called champ won't face. All right, so I'm not getting into the so-called won't face who. I deal with who fight who after they fought. I deal with those things. I deal with them when they fighting, and I deal with them after they fought. They in the same division, and this might happen. That's the only reason why I'm entertaining this topic, for real. Because it's really a make-believe fight because it ain't no contracts on the book. But the only reason why I'm entertaining this because they all in the same division. They all got belts, and it could possibly happen. One of these at least could possibly happen. So that's the only reason why I ain't entertaining none of that. Dude said he don't agree, but he give you thumbs up for your work and honesty assessment. In fact, I would urge you to send us to T.O. Haney. I don't got their contact information, bro. You send it to him. See, he also talking about, all right, so it's a long joint, but I'm going to read one of his sentences. After all, how could a fighter that has mostly C's and a couple of B's have become champion? Regis was champion, bro. Rolly is a champion. I think Rolly is a C-grade fighter at best. He just got power. He do got to understand in the distancing just a tad bit and just where not to be and not to get hit. But Rolly is a C-grade fighter at best. Overzealous. He ain't got the best chin. You feel what I'm saying? Come on now. So be fair. Like y'all got, if y'all gonna assess it, watch the full video. Watch the complete video and really think before you make your response. Because this don't make sense. Right? After all, how could a fighter that has mostly C's and a couple B's have become champion, right? Rolly's a champion. How could he have defeated top 5 undefeated contenders, killing one of them? Like I said earlier, the killing of the person is not on Matias. It's on the people that was around. It's not supposed to happen no matter how hard a fighter hits. Okay? He didn't hit him with one punch and knock him out, did he? It was an accumulation of punches, which means that fight should have been stopped earlier. He was getting the crap beat out of him. Buddy McGirt then came out and said uh, he might have had underlying issues. Buddy McGirt was the dude's trainer. RIP to dude. But dude, Buddy McGirt said people started texting him afterwards saying he might have had underlying issues after that, right? So Buddy McGirt did stop the fight. The fight probably should have been stopped earlier. The doctors probably should have been in there looking at dude earlier, checking his eyes left and right. They said the dude threw up right at the fight, and the doctor came up to Buddy McGirt and said that's not a good sign. So some things probably should have happened in there before. You can't put the killing on Matias, okay? And that's the main reason why y'all like this dude. It's kind of weird, yo. That shit it was a tragedy and it's fucked up that it happened, and that shit was not his fault, and it was not because he was punching like that. It's because they felt dude that night. That's what that was about, bro. There's a dude in a coma right now. They felt him that night as well. It's not because dude was punching. He allowed him to repeatedly get punched in the back of the head over and over again. So stop bringing that up as an argument, yo. And not to say Matias not punching, he is punching, but you're not supposed to kill nobody in there. They're supposed to stop the fight before you get hurt. So killing somebody, that's out the window. Let's stop talking about that, bro. I ain't even put that fighter in there because I knew y'all was gonna bring that shit up. I started to, but I'm like, no, RIP to dude. They should have been stopped that fight. I'm surprised you call him a beef fighter because you get emotional too. All right, I ain't explained my grading system, so I'll try to explain it best. I graded his skill set, each individual skill, according to all-time greats, right? So each individual skill set, his footwork is compared to the best footwork I ever seen at that division or at that side. His power is in comparison to the best I ever seen at that division or at that side. Right? That's how I got the letter grades for the skill set. Now, overall, when I grade the fighter, I add intangibles like that willpower, like that heart. You feel what I'm saying? Like those things right there. When you add all those together, he gets a B. I gave him 2 B's. One of them just was in question. So he got 2 B's, he got most of the C's, and I give him fucking A on willpower. Determination. He gets A on that. That shit is unmatched. The only other person I see like that is Benavidez, and I think it's a little weird. But that's a topic for another video. I still like Matias. You feel me? I still like him. Alright. So he's a C fighter. Never said he's a C fighter. We're not arguing like Malik said, bro. Don't sit up here and compare me and Malik, bro. I don't care what he said. I don't care what I said, bro. I said what I said. He said what he said, bro. I didn't say a C. I said he a B. So Haney, Tio, and Rolly are guaranteed to beat him, bro. In my film study, these are comments in response to my film study. You said look at Matias versus Haney the same way I look at Beterbiev versus Bibble. Yeah. That's sort of a swing fight, man. I think Dev, with the experience, with the elite competition he faced, you learn things. You learn how to win rounds. You learn ringmanship. You learn how to edge somebody out 7-5 like you did Loma. Like, come on, bro. But that's still closer than I see Tio. If y'all watch the film study, I said I think Tio hurt him. Tio explosive enough and got enough crack to hurt him because he got bad feet. He gonna be in bad spots. I think Tio could catch him. Come on now. Talking about Rolly. I ain't talking about Rolly this whole damn film study. He clickbait, yeah. That's what he is up there because he got a nice following and fan base, bro. Rolly can't beat the old man. Come on, y'all. Y'all just want some fanboy stuff. Y'all taking y'all Twitter arguments, y'all online arguments, y'all bringing it here, bro. Understand? I don't like none of these fighters more than each other as people. I don't get it. I'm not fanboying. I don't like none of them like that. You know? All right. I like skill sets. I like what they do in the ring. I like resumes. You feel me? In fact, Catterall, Hitchens, Russell, they are all elite. So what's wrong? Why are they running? Bro, I don't care about the business side, bro. I don't care about who running and who not. I'm talking about who could fight, who can't, who gonna fight, who ain't fighting, and who did fight. Well, not who ain't fighting, but who did fight already. That's what this channel is primarily about. I only really did this because y'all was giving a whole lot of like, y'all was throwing him in the elite status. I'm like, hold on, not yet, not just yet. Slow him down. I like him, but he not like how y'all saying he is right now. Anyway, he could get there, but yo, he ain't no Tito Trinidad. Come on, bro, go ahead with all that. That was all the other major responses, but that's it, man. That's that. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Matias and Haney the same way, better be even building similar styles. One gonna fight behind the jab, somewhat similar, all right? Be honest, you're a big Haney fan. I like Haney as much as I like Tank, as much as I like Tio. I like them all the same. All right, so when you say overrated, you gotta explain that. Where is he rated? He ain't pound for pound number one. He might be pound for pound in the middle of the list. I think that might be where he should be rated. And so, like, what it? How's he? Where is he rated? And why is that too high? Bro, probably typing, but yeah. As far as where is he rated and all that, I don't think he rated. It depends. It depends on where you saying people hadn't rated. A lot of people see him beating Shakur. All right, as far as size, you got that advantage. I think all other things are equal, bro. I think they both probably got the same amount of pop. The fight would have to happen at 40. Shakur probably gonna lose a little pop. He ain't got crazy pop anyway right now. Footwork around for Shakur, I give Shakur a little edge on the footwork, but Dev is more athletic. So, like sometimes your athleticism can make up with like your actual fundamentals of your footwork. If you could explode back into a spot, you feel what I'm saying? Um, Jab, yeah, bro. I see all things almost equal. Have you ever seen Haney fight a pure boxer? I need him. I need to see him outbox Hitchens or somebody before I could put him in the elite category. In my opinion, I want to see Haney fight somebody his size and somebody. All right. So you make a good point with the size. He ain't fought nobody's size in a little while. He fought Linares, right? But he's having a little issue with Linares' size to a degree, right? A little bit of that could have been him being drained, but I think Linares might have been close to like 5 years now. So he might have been like 2021. That might have been his rightful weight class around that time. I do want to see him get it in with dudes his size more, because he is clearly the bigger one of the three, or the four actually, of him, Tank, Tio, Shakur. He's the bigger one. You really start to see it this year. He's clearly the bigger one, so I do want to see him start to fight dudes his size. But one thing about fighting elite competition, even if you're not elite yourself, you pick up things, right? So the resume that he's building, the fighters that he's going up against, it is tough competition. He's learning things along the way, right? So Is he elite now? I think his resume alone qualify him to be elite, right? Off the eye test, I can't say that he's not. Yeah, I can't say that he's not. Yeah, I think if anything, Shakur might be giving us more eye test than resume than Devin. He said Proj's and Teller suck. Matias duck Matias in 2019. Teller dropped the IBF to avoid the nature of it. All right, bro. All that is hearsay, though. I get what you're saying, right? Because that could be true, right? All that could be true that they avoiding him. He just ain't get to fight. But until then, bro, he can't. He can't be qualified as elite. He will get him eventually. Feel what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, he will get him, but you can't. You can't. Till he go up against you, you can't say that he elite. Like I like Boo Boo a lot, but his whole career I couldn't say he was elite. I could say he was elite in the Olympics. He ain't fight nobody to make him elite. I felt like his skill set was elite. I felt like that was almost there, but it wasn't proven. All that had question marks next to it. Like if you ask me, bro. Even still though, that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, whether it's it actually happened or not, the fight didn't happen, so we can't say anything, right? We can only say Taylor ducked him. This person ducked him. That person ducked him. Nobody fought him, so I can't say what would happen. I can just say he's been ducked, and that means nothing. Y'all could say he's been ducked for a reason, but bro, no. You gotta get in there. You gotta fight somebody, and then we can say you better than him. It's unfortunate that a person can duck a person, and we can never know whether he was better than them or not. That's unfortunate. That is an unfortunate thing, but that is what it is, bro. You didn't fight him. I can't say you better than him until the skill set show me. But him up against Taylor, and let me think about it. I would have to see them face to face size wise, because I think Taylor is a good inside fighter, right? But Taylor relied on being bigger than Regis, and some of his other fighters used a bigger fighter, right? So if him and Matias is the same size, then all right, Matias might get the better of him, because again, he don't get tired, which I think is weird. I think it's a bit weird. Him and Benavidez never get tired. They don't take no breaks. They look stronger in round 9 than round 3. But we won't dive into it too much, because nothing weird has happened. Neither one of them popped. So we ain't gonna go down that road. All right. He says the eye test. All right, I give you eye test, but eye test only so much. Eye test only so much. Really. He said the same thing about Triple G in his 25th fight. Boxing political. I don't see Shakur fighting Pitbull. To know Shakur will win. That's how I look at most fights. So I'm sure you and I can both agree Matias will beat Regis and Taylor. Yeah, I think he'll be Regis. Yeah, I think he probably will. He probably will smoke Taylor. I just went through that. He probably will. Like I said, all these are mythological joints, but bro. I'm playing on this. I'm playing on this forefront. I'm playing on this grass, but I don't like playing on this grass too much. You know what I'm saying? I did make the video to spark conversation, but until he get in there, we can't put him in that conversation. You feel me? Kevin Gates trained. Who the fuck Kevin Gates trained? Tiz has and that is a great advantage he has. He has a 17 minutes reach. He has monkey arms, right? I wouldn't say great jab, bro. Now you capping. You can't say you got a great jab, yo. Cannot say that. He's superior on the inside. To whom? He does have a superior game, right? To a lot of the fighters, but be clear, right? He's superior on the inside too. So Taylor, especially, you talking about Taylor at this age, would say no mas. Yeah, I could agree. Hold on, real quick. I'm getting called. said.
Analysis of my addiction, addicted to rapping. They feeling my passion. I kill them for asking. I'm a stunner, but the bragging was never my fashion. All my problems go away when I'm dumping my ashes. Blowing smoke about my face, see the bank while I'm laughing. Highly influenced, pick your plot in this movie. I got a spot that solve a lot of the talking you're doing. As far as life, I spark the elder, ignite with a more. In spite of my dawns, I'm highly influenced. Highly
So I'm
influenced.
back real quick, but no, at the end, and I normally don't put my predictions at the end of my film studies because it go like this. You get a lot of the back and forth, back and forth. I mean, it's probably good for engagement and views and all that stuff. But personally, I don't like to do it a whole lot, right? But I put it in there because I don't think he's elite yet, and I think Devin and T.O. are on the elite level. My man a minute ago said he don't think Devin is on the elite level because he ain't facing nobody his size and with his skill set yet, right? I get where you're going there, but we could also apply that same thing to other fighters as well. But maybe we'll take that, and I do think Devin will have the more of the issue with him than Tia. So you feel what I'm saying? We can find middle ground there. I do think Devin will have a little more issues figuring them out than Tia. But I think Devin has more of a background in IQ because he faced these highly intelligent fighters and he faced better competition. So I think he knows what to do in certain situations more. That's all. But all right. Sears has a great chin and gas tank. He definitely does. His punches do damage. All that shit is unbeatable. But you gotta have the boxing ability and defense to avoid getting gassed out. All right, let me read that again. Matias has a great chin because it's all one sentence. Matias has a great chin and a gas tank, and his punches do damage. All that shit is beatable. But you have yeah. How Devin fights if he has the if he comes in shape like he always does, and he's on tip top shape with his conditioning at his 25-year-old age, at the peak condition he's probably gonna ever be in. He has the skill set to do that for 12 rounds, what Ergashev did, right? And there's gonna be a little lesson because he ain't got the crack that Ergashev got, so he's gonna have to move more. He's gonna have to get out the way more. But I think Devin has the abilities to do so. His jab is the most used punch. He throws three different variations of his jab. It's not a technical jab, but it's extremely effective, similar to better V. Pressure fighters with the jab. All right, look. Well, I say it's not an all-time elite jab, right? Because it's not really in his strategy. His overall strategy. Yeah, you jab when you come out. I acknowledge him for doing that. He does jab. There's a lot of fighters that don't jab. But he's not trying to win the fight with the jab. He's trying to stop jabbing after a while, square up on you, and throw them hands. That's what he wants to do. It's not in this overall game plan. It's in the beginning. It's in beginning of certain rounds, but he's trying to close the distance. He ain't stupid. He don't. He does sometimes. He does. He does what I'm about to say. He does this sometimes, but not always. When he on his fundamentals, he jab his way in, but he'll walk in with his hands down too as well. He does do that. I know y'all see that in the film. But when he on his fundamentals, he's trying to jab his way in. But he's not trying to like keep you behind the jab. Three different variations, bro. His jab ain't that good. Who? You said his jab is A. Who in history that has a great jab you could compare his jab to? Who in the history of boxing? Exactly, bro. You can't. He has an average jab. If he used it more, it might go to pretty good. And if you have the power to keep Matias from setting his feet, you win. Bingo. Bingo. I don't know if you watched the film study. You just know this too, bro. This is common sense. Go watch how Bernard beat up Tito. You can't fetch it. You can't set your feet. You can't win. If you're required to set your feet to punch, and I don't let you set your feet, you can't win. You watch Tito versus Bernard. Now Bernard had enough punch and enough smarts. He ended up stopping Tito, but he would have beat Tito on points too. Yeah, it's beatable for 4 to 6 rounds, but the question is how long you can keep up that pace. 12 rounds is a long time. 12 rounds is a long time. And I'm giving T.O., well, mainly Devin, because Devin has never showed me any flaws in his conditioning. But Tio, I think he can as well, because Tio works like a dog, yo. I ain't gonna act like Tio don't work like a dog. Hold on, I'm getting another call.
Close the gap in your chest, shit make you wanna hiccup. Spit up, I deliver best when I'm off the liquor. Hennessy, grab plenty trees, nigga, we winning. Ever cross me, you probably should've reconsidered. Born sinner, my flow kinda sounding vindictive. Got relatives with felonies, never convicted. Strong arm as a youngin', always finish my spinach. Guess that's why I'm in the greens more than ever now. Trees come to mind when I think to settle down. Tryna match, I trust you gon' have that other pound. Five on it, grab a Dutch, then I bust it down. I ride on it, fell in love with the luscious smell. Aromatic, but won't get it stuck on the fabrics. The flow on a pack of punches, jabbing like cashes. Analysis of my addiction, addicted to rapping. They feeling my passion, I kill them for asking. I'm a stunner, but the bragging was never my fashion. All my problems go away when I'm dumping my ashes. Blowing smoke about my face to the bank while I'm laughing. Highly influenced, pick your plot in this movie.
All right, I'm back. My fault. Business calls. I gotta go in a second too, y'all. It's a good convo, but I'm about to read all these comments.
I'm highly influenced.
I think Devin could keep up that for 12 rounds. I think Tio can too as well, but Tio, I don't have as much confidence in because he showed me stupid things in the past. But I think I got more confident in it. If he on his game plan that he beat him more easier than Dev. I don't think Dev defense is good enough. That's why I see Matias win. I think Dev feet are plenty good. I think his feet are plenty good. When he stands there and his feet get stuck for a second, like that punch that Linares hit him with, yeah, anybody could get clipped with a punch. But Dev feet are way too good. The pace changes later rounds. Matias has to be hurt to the body to be stopped because he's coming with 88 punches around and he's not throwing wide. All his punches are compact and accurate. Yeah, but we saw Devin move his feet through 12 rounds in many of fights. Look at the Linares fight. Linares caught him at the end of the 10th round. Through the 11th and 12th rounds, he finished move on his feet and he punched. He used his hands. He wasn't just hugging up like y'all try to make it seem like. You feel what I'm saying? I just watched it reaching him. Norris caught him at the end of the 10th round. Once Dev got himself together, he used his feet and his punching ability to win the fight. Skill set is nice, but stamina is different. Haney is going to need to fight back at some point. If Matias cuts off the ring, Haney will have to clinch. Haney don't just clinch, but yeah, he will. Clinching is a part of this. I just dropped a tweet the other day. Go watch when George Foreman knocked out Ken Norton in the second round. Muhammad Ali got up on the apron. He broke down exactly how he was going to beat George Foreman. He beat him that way, and clinching was in that, and it worked. Go watch it. He knocked Ken Norton out in 2 rounds, bro. It's not a long clip. He explained exactly how he was going to beat him, and that's to a degree how Devin fights. Matias still follows up with the jabs after his combo. He throws a bunch of punches, and the jab sets off his offense. He does early in the fights, early in the rounds. But he's not trying to. He's trying to go shoulder to shoulder with you and punch you down, bro. That's what he's trying to do. He ain't trying to fight. He's not behind the jab fighter, bro. And he does follow up with jab. He throws a lot of punches. That work rate is the only other person I see like that is Benavidez, and I think it's a little weird. They stick out to me. The reason we saw Dev touch versus Regis is untouched versus Regis' size advantage, and his jab was keeping Regis at bay. No, Regis could have been bigger. Regis was just slow as fuck, and Regis got bad feet. And Regis is a stubborn fighter. He's a very stubborn fighter. He gonna keep trying the same thing for 12 rounds. Go watch the Subriel fight. You probably watched it too. But he did the same thing for 12 rounds. He kept following Subriel around the fight. He's a very stubborn fighter. No one said all the time is good. I don't remember what that was in response to. His most used punch, he uses it enough. The jab, all right, bro. But he's not a behind the jab fighter. He just throws it. A lot of times he's just throwing it. Like it ain't no like he throwing it from wherever angle he at, yo. He just throwing it. He don't even really step into it. He just throw it, bro. It's like a strong. He got power. It's a strong flick jab. He don't even step with it. He throw that shit and then he step. Like it's weird, bro. Haney is hittable. Yes, all fighters are hittable, bro. It's a fight. Everybody get hit. Matias is elite, working in the clinch. Matias has a far superior inside game than all 3 of these fighters on the screen. You right about that, bro. I said that in my film study. But he's not an elite inside fighter yet. All I tell you why Matias doesn't get tired. He don't really sit down on his punches. 90% of his is all arms and no hips. Yeah, that show you he is punching because he just snaps into it. You feel what I'm saying? He just snaps his hip into it. No, he snaps his hips a little bit, but he don't sit down on it. But I get what you're saying. It is all arms. But that don't mean you could still throw 100 arm punches around, still not get tired, bro. I don't think that's the method to it. Matias doesn't miss opportunities on the clinch here. Russell make sure he gets. Yeah, he good. He real good on the inside, bro. I never said he wasn't. All right, and I'm not saying that you said I wasn't either. But I never said he wasn't. You look at my film, said I said that's one of his best abilities, an inside fighter. That's what he trying to get you to. So that when I say like jab is average, it's average. He throw a lot of punches, so yeah, you're gonna throw more jabs than Tank. The Tank got a way more educated lead hand than he do. Matias just throw more. I like it though. And not, all this is somebody called me a hater, man. Watch your mouth, bro. And all the disrespect. Y'all remember y'all talking to another grown man. If you would not y'all in the comments, y'all being real respectful. I appreciate y'all, bro. But on the other comments in my film study, y'all gotta remember y'all talking to another grown man. If you wouldn't walk up to me in my face and say this, bro, keep it how you would, alright? You feel me? You wouldn't type all crazy like that. You wouldn't. You'd get smacked, bro. Be respectful. But like I said, GM and Koi, y'all good, bro. I fuck with y'all. Supposed to think Haney beats Matias. It makes sense. You ain't no hater. What's goody, Brody? You jumped in this joint, man. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta go to work. They is calling me a hater, dog. They is thinking I was hating on Matias. I'm like, man, I like Matias. I just don't classify him as elite yet. And now I'm not saying he can't get there. I just don't classify him as elite yet. But I'm supposed to think Haney beats Matias. Yeah, like I think Haney could edge him 7-5, yo. You feel what I'm saying? And if Matias' feet are too slow, then I think it can look like Regis. I think it's a possibility. You feel what I'm saying? But I think Haney edging, you feel what I'm saying, 6'5". But I think Subriel Matias give Haney some smoke. I think that's the harder fight. Between Subriel and Haney and Subriel and Tio, I think Tio give him a way better fight. I think Haney gonna have a little bit of more issues. But I think right now, I think the other two are more elite than he is, and they beat him. They edge him out. T.O. might hurt him and beat him, I don't know, 8 rounds to 4 or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? 9 rounds to 3 or something like that. He might. Dev might get him 7-5. Split decision type deal. You feel me? I ain't saying that nobody will wash him. I don't think nobody will wash him. Nobody. I don't think he a bum. I gave him a B, which means pretty good fighter. In comparison to all-time greats, pretty good is pretty fucking good. God damn, I'm breaking him against all the fighters that ever fought, bro. Even if Matias beat Haney, I don't think nothing. I don't take nothing away from Haney. Matias ain't a skilled fighter. He's James Harden in boxing, all offense, no defense. That's a fact, bro. And let me bring this tweet real quick. I think your boy Earl was the same, one and the same. I think they was just one and the same. I think Earl was just a motherfucking dog. Straight dog. Love Earl. But I don't think skill set wise, he had no elite skill set at all. Straight dog and shit though. Beat niggas ass just because he was beating niggas ass. But yo, that's it, man. I gotta go, man. I gotta run over to work. Y'all drop down in the comments, man. Holla at me. Get at me on Twitter if you got any comments. Just be respectful, dog. I am a grown man. Come with me, respect. Come back out with you, respect. We could agree to disagree, dog. Just don't talk all crazy, man. A lot of y'all a little younger, y'all kids, y'all play with y'all friends like that. But I ain't one of y'all friends, y'all. I know your parents. Now, I don't even know if y'all parents told y'all that. They don't even say stuff like that no more. But if your mama never told you, I ain't one of your friends, little boy. And I'm out. Exactly. Earl the same. Definitely more skilled than Matias, though. All day, Brody. I can dig it. You 100% correct. I agree, GM. Subscribe, man. Come back to the next live. Fuck with me, bro. You know some boxing, bro. None of us know it all. Not even me. Not even the dude who came up with the phrase Floyd Mayweather Senior. Nobody knows it all, but you know some boxing, dog. I fuck with you. I'm out.